What's up? I'm Alex the Entrepreneur. In this video, I'll show you how to use Authentication Providers with Strapi. More specifically, we will set up Google as an OAuth provider, and this process will be very similar for other authentication providers. Since Google requires a live URL, we're going to use ngrok to tunnel our local Strapi install and make it available to the World Wide Web. Alternatively, you could also deploy your live app, for example, to Heroku, and that will work as well. The first thing you'll do is install Strapi, which you can do by using the command npx create-strapi-app, then the name of the app, in my case strapi-auth-demo, and then the flag --quickstart so that we don't have to deal with setting up a database. However, any 3.0 Strapi install will work. So if you have a Strapi installation, you should be good to go. And now that Strapi is ready, we can tunnel it with ngrok. So at this point, I have my local Strapi running. I'm here on localhost 1437. And I've navigated to ngrok.com. I would recommend you do the same. And again, if Strapi is open and basically works, we're good to go. There's nothing else that we're gonna need to do on the Strapi side. We just need to have an install running. I'm gonna go on ngrok. I'm gonna click on get started for free. You may have to register. I've already registered my account for the sake of saving time. And then you can click up here to download your binaries. Once you have downloaded them, in my case, they're gonna be in the downloads folder. They should be in a similar folder for you as well. The next thing to do will be to unzip them. In my case, I can unzip them by just double clicking on them. So I have it here. And by clicking on it, it's going to automatically unzip them for me. So I have an ngrok file down here. And the next thing that I'll do is there's going to be this command that is going to be a little different for you because you're going to have your own token. So you're going to need to use this file. So I'm going to open the terminal, a new terminal window from scratch, and I'll navigate to my downloads folder. Then I'll just copy this command, which basically means locally use the ngrok that is locally to the folder in which you're at, and then pass this auth token parameter, which is this code, which basically associates my account with my ngrok installation. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go in the terminal. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to run it. And it's going to basically say that this worked. That's really all it's going to do. And now we can actually run ngrok by just using /ngrok and then HTTP and then the port that we want to bind. In our case, 1337 or LEET as we like to call it. So we can type /ngrok HTTP LEET. There we go. Boom. Now we have a ngrok connection, so I can try and connect to it, and I should see Strapi. Basically, if you visit this URL while I'm hosting it through ngrok, you should be able to visit my own Strapi install as well. Now that we did that, we're ready to set up Google Console. We have set up ngrok so that we're tunneling our local Strapi install. Let's go ahead and set up our Google Developer Console. So navigate to console.developers.google.com. And you may have to create an account, and it may also ask you for billing information. However, Google offers a free tier, so even though you're providing your credit card info, you should not be charged for this specific setup. At this point, you can click up here on the top left to get access to and find all of your projects. And then you can click here on the right to create a new project. I'm gonna give my project a name. In my case, I'll just call it strapi-auth-demo. And you can tell that I tried this multiple times if you paid attention, because I care about you. So at this point, I'm in the strapi-auth-demo screen. And the first thing we need to do is set up a OAuth consent screen. And we're going to set that to a type external, which means that anybody can register. And one big gotcha when you set this up is do not touch the application logo. If you touch the application logo, you're going to need to have your consent screen validated manually by a Google employee, which is going to waste a lot of time. So do not touch this, but do add the application name. In my case, again, strapi-auth-demo. And then I'm going to use my authorized domain. So I just scroll down here and I find the authorized domains. And in the authorized domain, I'm going to literally just copy the ngrok domain. gonna paste it in. One big gotcha here is that you must not specify the protocol, and there must be no trailing slash. So it's just the second level domain, then the top level domain, and then the extension. Press enter. I'm good to go, and then I will need to, and you are gonna have to actually set up the homepage link, privacy policy, and terms of service. And just because this is a toy project, I'm not gonna put real links. I'm just gonna put the URL for ngrok, because I'm gonna put this down the second I'm done recording the video. But you may have to actually put a valid and legally binding set of documents. That said, at this point, we've set up our OAuth screen. Let's set up our OAuth credentials. Click on credentials in the left, then click up here on the blue button, create credentials, and select OAuth client ID, which is the second option. Set the application type to web and put a name. I'm gonna put Strapi Auth. And for authorized JavaScript origins, we're gonna use Strapi's URL, which is the ngrok URL. So I'm just gonna copy that again. And this time we can leave the HTTPS, but we have to remove the trailing slash. And for authorized redirect URIs, I'm gonna use the same URL followed up by /connect/google/callback. This is an hard-coded value that Strapi will use to provide us with the authenticated user object. Click on save. And at this point, we created our credentials, and we have these two credentials, the client ID and the client secret. So I'm gonna set them up in Strapi. Due to the sake of time, I'm not gonna use the ngrok version. I'm just gonna go to localhost 1337/admin. Otherwise, it's gonna be stuck loading for a while. Once you're inside of Strapi, you can click on roles and permissions, then on providers, and then search for Google. Click on Google, enable it, and then you have a field called client ID and a field called client secret. Go on the credentials, copy the client ID, paste it in the client ID field, copy the client secret, paste that in the client secret field. Then our redirect URL is currently set up to /auth/google/callback. Instead of that, put a proper URL. So copy the URL from ngrok.io and just add it as a prefix. So that way we're gonna be redirecting to a real complete URL. And the reason why I say this is because we're gonna see a bug that I want you to be aware of as soon as we're done with this. So I'm gonna click on done. And at this point, our settings have been saved. And the way to connect through Google Auth will be to use the ngrok URL followed up by /connect/Google. And this will redirect us to a OAuth screen. However, you're gonna see this error. It says authorization error with a 400 code with a message of invalid request saying that the redirect URI is missing a scheme and is saying /connect/Google/callback. The reason why you're getting this error is because Strapi, for whatever reason, uses a parameter called strapi.config.server.url, so the config.server.url parameter, to determine the current URL at which Strapi is located. And as of now, that parameter is empty. So Strapi doesn't actually know where to send us through the callback. So that means that whenever we're trying to set up the callback, Google will reject it because it's basically using the wrong URL. In order to solve this, we can open up with Visual Studio Code our Strapi installation, then go in the config folder, click on server.js, and then you can add a new entry. After line 3, you can add a comma, new line, type URL, and then put in quotes as a string, put the ngrok URL without the trailing slash. Then let the server restart. And once the server is restarted, you can see that in your logs for Strapi, you're gonna see that the new URL is actually the URL that you just pasted in. So at this point, if we try making the same request to our ngrok URL /connect/Google, I think I mistyped Google. There we go. We can now access Google. I'm gonna try logging in. And you can see that I get redirected to /auth/Google/callback, with an ID token and a bunch of data. And most importantly, my JSON response is my JWT object, which would allow me to make authenticator requests inside of Strapi. And I also have all of my user data. So if I navigate to localhost 1337 and click on users, you can see that now there is a new user which contains my information. So I was successfully able to sign in with Google through this process. At this point, you successfully set up Google as an authentication provider for Strapi. However, you may be wondering how to actually use this with a single page application. So that's what I'm going to be showing you as an example now. At this point, we set up our Google Authentication Providers in roles and permission to have a redirect URL, which is the same as Strapi. However, if we add a single page application hosted somewhere else, we could actually point to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point to an application that I've been working with called https://poly.market. You may have a different application at a different URL. And so that means that instead of sending us back to the Strapi URL /auth/google/callback, we will actually be forwarded to this specific URL once the authentication is done. And instead of receiving this GET response, we will actually, basically the JSON fields with the user, we will actually only receive these query parameters. So I'll show you what happens. I'm gonna go on the ngrok URL, which I'm gonna just copy again, /connect/Google. This is step one. You basically still link to that specific URL so that this triggers the login operation. Then you get the callback, and the callback will send you to your own single page application, and it will pass all of this info through ID token, etc., etc. So what you can do is you can select all of them, and clearly you could do that programmatically, but in my case, I'm just gonna show you the demo. So I'm just gonna select all of them, and then I'm going to navigate. I'm gonna just paste this this huge object, which begins with $ID token. Then I'm gonna add the ngrok URL at the beginning of it, and then I'm gonna add a slash, and the slash will be followed up. So I have the ngrok URL /auth/google/callback. Let's try navigating to this. No access token. Wow. Okay, so I made a mistake in copying the data. You want to make sure you copy all of the data. So, you know, whatever it takes. We're going to scroll through it. Pretty sure there is a shortcut for this, by the way. So basically I'm going to select from the question mark, then I'll press Shift Command, and I'll select all of it. And I'll try pasting it again. And there we go. So basically, if you can provide those query parameters and then do a GET request to /auth/google/callback, then you're going to receive your JWT token and the user information. What does this mean? This means that in your single page application flow, you're going to have a button that links to the /connect/Google URL. Then the user will authenticate through Google. And lastly, you're going to send them back by receiving that token. You're going to then use the token to make a GET request to your Strapi URL /auth/google/callback while providing your access token. And that way you successfully set up Google as an authentication provider. So there you have it, using Google as an authentication provider with Strapi. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for more and leave a comment telling me which topics you want me to cover next. If you want to take your Strapi learning even further, make sure to check out the Complete Strapi Course available on Udemy, link in the description. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.